Hello. Let's talk about DeepSeek. Over the weekend, that's the biggest topic both in China and in the United States. And if you look at today's stock market, it did crash, as many people predicted, because of the emergence of DeepSeek. So who is DeepSeek? Why is it had such an impact on the stock market? So let's talk about that. DeepSeek is a AI company from China. It's established in July 2023. So it's 1.5 years old. On January 19th, it launched its own AI model called R1. Lots of people surprised to find how well it is made. It's in par and in some area even better than the latest OpenAI product, which is O3. The Deepseek R1 is about the same or even better. But here's the difference. It is open source. It is free. Whereas OpenAI's products, you need to pay $200 per month. So that's one major difference. But also the cost of training the model. DeepSeek spent $5.6 million to train its latest AI model. Whereas if you look at OpenAI's GPT-4, it spent $100 million. And GPT-5, they already spent $500 million, and 6 months is still not done. So you see, DeepSeek is using about 3 to 5% of the cost and shorter time. The result is better. And it's open source. It's free. So that's what happened. After January 19, people tested it out and noticed that how good it is. And that's become a big topic the past weekend. And the impact of that is this: considering how much investment normally you need for starting an AI project to start training an AI model, what comes from DeepSeek is a huge shock. Because it's basically saying you don't need that much money. You don't need that many talented people. You do still need people, but not that many. DeepSeek only have 150 employees. Most of them are newly graduate students and some part-time PhD students. Whereas OpenAI has 3,000 employees, many of whom are being regarded as huge talent and, of course, very, very expensive. So all this is now telling people this whole AI could be a bubble. It is a bubble. So the bubble got bursted by DeepSeek. That's what happened. And as many predicted over the weekend, when the AI bubble bursted, the whole stock market will be affected. So why is it important for the stock market? Well, the stock market is very much driven by tech companies, in particular the so-called Magnificent Seven. And they are all putting big money into AI. In other words, AI is the one who's driving the tech stocks up. And it is the tech stocks that are leading the whole stock market. And so today what we see is NVIDIA, for example, has so far dropped to 17%. And the other companies, other tech companies on average dropped to about 6%. And that lead the whole stock market to now crashing. What's also interesting is DeepSeek founder Liang Wenfeng, he's not even focused on AI. He's hedge fund manager. He managed his own fund for the past 8 to 10 years. And he has been using AI to help him manage. That's what he has been doing. And in 2021, he purchased a bunch of chips. Now, those are not the top tier chips because of the sanction. China cannot buy the most advanced chips from NVIDIA, which is the H100. Instead, he bought H800 and some A100, which is not the top tier. But he got those chips mainly because he wanted to build models to help him to manage his funds. Turns out that the models he built didn't really help him much with managing his funds. So he's thinking, well, what should I do with all these chips? Since AI is a big thing, okay, let's give it a try. So that's how he established in 2023, July, a AI company called Deepseek. And he basically just thinking, okay, I'll just throw in a few $1 million and hire some people and see what we can come up with. And this is what he come up with. So that's the whole story. And it is a shocking story for the whole AI industry, thereby shock the whole tech industry. And today we see the tech industry crashing, lead to the whole stock market crash. That's what's going on. Now, one thing I think many people probably wonder, it seems like China is in the stage of explosive tech development. It's one after another. In the past, we had Huawei, we had the phone companies, and then followed by the EV industries, explosive development there, popular Chinese apps like TikTok, and now AI. So what is going on in China that has been producing so many technology development? There are several reasons. One is the Chinese government actually pretty much leave the companies alone and encourage competitions. And Chinese market is very, very competitive. So any company eventually survive the Chinese market, they have already been tested. Their products, their services, whatever they're doing, they have been tested by the extremely tough Chinese market. So when they come to countries outside China, they have a certain advantage because they have already been tested. Now, the second reason is sanction. Sanction actually helped lots of Chinese companies because you have to find ways around it. To solve the same problem, you have to find ways around it. And that's exactly what happened with Deepseek. They're not using the best chips, but they still managed to find the solutions to build a good and even better AI model. That's what happened. And that's why lots of people in China thank both Biden and Trump for their sanctions. Now, the third reason could be interesting is that many people think the pandemic, the lockdown helped the Chinese industries. China has the longest lockdown and a lot of criticism, a lot of pressure. But it could be one side effect of that is plenty of engineers and the scientists get the chance to really study and thinking and doing research. That could be a reason. And of course, with 1.4 billion people, plenty of hardworking, very talented, smart people, that cannot be discounted. And in terms of the AI industry, actually Deepseek is one of the 10 AI companies, at least 10. They're all working on models that are way cheaper to build and with plenty of functionalities and doesn't require a huge amount of computing power. In other words, they're equally good as the Deepseek model. It's just that they haven't launched them. So there will be more models, just like Deepseek ones be launched from China. It will be very interesting to see what happens to the AI industry and to the stock market. That's all I have for now. Thank you for watching. If you like my program, please hit the like button and subscribe. Thank you.